Chef Mike Moses, and welcome to Lipan, Texas, and of course the Double N Ranch as we get ready to do some cooking today, making a few dishes. And right now I'm just outside enjoying the sunrise and getting set to do some ranching, and, taking care of the animals, and just relaxing. Something that we don't get to do a lot of.
Cold hand, frozen feet, raindrops falling on the street. I can't recall when I last saw the sun. Summer's just a memory, a faded piece of history. No one can remember all the fun. The late night barbecue, zipping on a genie juice, cruising down the road, no thought getting old. The girls are hot but the beer is cold. Yeah, that's the way we roll, bathing in the sun, on the beach having fun. Whoa, these lazy days are never done. I work hard every day, don't waste my time on yesterday. I never shy away from a good time.
And welcome to the ugly kitchen of Cowboy Chef Mike Newton. I'm going to show you a couple of tricks that he's doing today with shishito peppers, also a barbecue chicken, and we'll put this all together so that you will have some enjoyment of the food that Cowboy Chef Newton makes.
Basically doing is making the old manwich. This is Texas style with chicken, so I'm doing a chicken witch. I'm doing with a Texas barbecue, little roasted red peppers, green peppers, little jalapeno, onions, garlic, salt, cumin, pepper, a little Cajun seasoning. I'm gonna give this boy a shout out. He sent this to me. Gumbo Daddy Cajun seasoning. And we're just gonna let it slow cook down. Right now I'm gonna let it reduce to about half right now, do a demi on it. Then we're gonna cover up, reduce the temperature, and just let it kind of simmer for probably about an hour, just till it can get to that shred point. And once it starts to shred on its own, you don't want to get in there and shred it. You can shred it yourself, but you really want to kind of break down itself. Let the juices break it down. So when you get it on that sandwich, you have to do the parallel, horizontal hunch. So
Nice.
So as you look, it's really kind of boiling and simmering fast. You just want to, and actually I'm not even stirring it this time. You got big chunks, small chunks, and that's okay. Salts, fruit de sel. I mean, you've got so many out there. I'm a kosher salt guy. I keep it by the bulk. This is how I keep it. Do these. Get these little things. Put your fingers in them. Get them in right now. I'm going to add a little more salt to it. You know, get it high, get it spread out. Let it do its own magic. You know, you don't have to stir it with a wood spoon. I'm just moving it around right now. I'm going to stir it in a little while because you see some of these pieces are above. Just let it sit here and do its magic. We're going to take the sauce here and reduce it down. So once we brown it, what I do on all sides, then I add the onions, the garlic, the red bell pepper, the green peppers, a little bit of jalapeno, and I season again. Add a little bit of, I'm getting ready to add a little Mexican oregano. I want to say, if you use something like Mexican oregano, they go, what's the difference between this and Mediterranean Italian? I think the Mexican oregano, if you smell it, has a little bit of a sweet flavor to it. And so I'm not real heavy-handed with it. I just do a little right now. We'll test it later. We'll taste it. So what we're going to do is let it reduce down. This isn't a time to stir. Just kind of let it get in there. And you know, this is where your patience is. My joke is this is about a 2-beer process, you know, so keep it on the fire, keep it cooking evenly. I'm doing this right now at a medium high. We're going to reduce it down to a medium in just a second. Matter of fact, we're going to reduce it down to a medium right now. You want to watch it. Unfortunately, I don't have gas to my stove. I've got one of these electric tops. My old electric top was the best. It went down to 3 burners, it went down to 2 burners, went down to 1. I had to get rid of it. But I got a dual oven, a great KitchenAid product here. So it's just getting acclimated to your stove. Don't worry, high inconsistency of cooking times and all that. You never want to sear it too much or burn it, I mean, obviously. But if you don't, figure your stove out. Now see, look at this boil. It's starting to go down a little bit. I'm getting a little nervous. I'm just going to watch it. If it starts to die down, I'll raise it up a little bit. But you just want to get this thing. See, it's cooking down. When you cook down, you're taking the concentration of the flavors. So once I got all that in there, I got the onions sauteed, the garlic sauteed, the peppers. They started to get a little translucent in color. that's when I add my little bit of chicken stock, maybe a half a cup. All I just want to do is add a little bit more, after that wine and all that. To it, it's going to, get a little runny. Don't worry about that. I take my barbecue sauce, I swirl it around, I get it, and so I brought it up to where it almost covered it, and then it extracted more fluids. Now we're just going to let it cook down, and all we're doing is concentrating flavors. We're concentrating fat. I did add about a half a cup of chicken stock, half a cup of wine, and all we did was to try to get a nice smooth. You don't want it real sticky. A lot of barbecue sauces are thick. They're thick as my grandmother's thighs. And when you look at them like this, and you go like, all right, I want it to run, I want it to move around. And the reason you want it like this, because the thicker it is, it'll get to the bottom of your pan. It could burn it. It could scald it. So I always like to mess with it a little bit, but it's, again, let the pan, let the cooking do it. I mean, let everything else do the cooking for you. You're a guardian of this dish. You don't have to play with it. You don't have to do it. It'll do its own thing. You'll figure it out as you go. Figure your stove out, figure your food out, figure your pans out. And basically, it's a cooking process. We're going to take this and put the lid on, which basically is almost like braising or simmering. You hear so many different phrases. Basically, what it's going to do is it's going to trap the air, the steam inside of it, and it's going to allow it to keep kind of rotating around. It's kind of like putting yourself in a hot tub. You remember back in the 80s, you go to those little hot tubs, you sit in, after you sit in there a little bit while it got a little too hot, you had to get out, get in. Well, we're not going to allow this to get out. We're going to make it sit in the hot tub, and we're going to make it break itself down. And this is what this is all about. And you want to do it slowly. Patience is always a virtue, they say. I don't have it. My wife will tell you, my friends will tell you, even Michael on the other side of the camera will tell you, this boy don't have patience. I'm the guy that does fencing around the ranch. You see stuff fly. Pliers, fencing thing. But when it comes to cooking, this is the greatest patience I have. For me, this is mind food. It's almost like sitting there and watch paint dry for me, because it makes me slow down. So this is all for a barbecue manwich sandwich. Heck yeah. It'll be the best dang, manwich, chickenwich sandwich you've ever had. There you go.
Cold hand, frozen feet, raindrops falling on the street. I can't recall when I last saw the sun. Summer's just a memory, a faded piece of history. No one can remember all the fun. The late night barbecue, zipping on a gin and juice, cruising down the road, no thought getting old. The girls are hot, but the beer is cold. Yeah, that's the way we roll. Bathing in the sun, on the beach having fun. Whoa, these lazy days are never done.
For more information on this recipe and more, head over to my website, www.chefmikemoses.com. You'll find I have a blog running there with the recipes that you can print off. I hope you enjoy this. I'm here to help you cook better, shop smarter, and eat healthier.